from Swangz is Winnie Nwaji, straight from the beginning until now. Boy Child Steffi says Elijah Kitaka. Eddie Sofo says Azawi. Arnold Tiley says Elijah Kitaka finest. Young Skizzy says, as per now, Elijah Kitaka wins my heart all the way from Arua. Joseph says, my best ever since I started understanding the music game has been Vinka, my #1 in the 256. Landscape. Handsome Gishu says Azawi. Otemasai says Zafaran. Who's Boompati Baby? Someone has said Boompati Baby. I don't know who Boompati Baby is.
Oh, you're winning what?
I think Fire Baby. Fire Baby, I guess. Praise Howell says Faith. That would be Azawi, and he particularly likes Face Me by Azawi and A-Pass. Wait, so many people. Gio Emmanuel says Azawi. Omar, that's Daddy K256 says at the moment Zafaran, but she needs double work and time to overthrow Azawi. I'm reading exactly what they say. They're saying, yeah, at the moment Zafaran, but she needs double work and time to overthrow Azawi, official the baddest in the business. They say.
But I'm glad, like, you know, they are throwing so much love to the artists, yeah. And also to see that almost each one of those artists is mentioned, like everyone has a favorite.
Yes.
So you now realize what you asked me is impossible. Now you ask me to pick a favorite, like how?
What I'm going to ask you is, basing on your answer, right? When Dagi asked you who your favorite is, you said my next one. I remember during Azawi's show.
I didn't say my next one. Yeah.
Okay, the one
that's going to be signed or you?
Yeah.
The one you're going to sign.
Because you hold that against me when we review the next one. Is this your favorite?
No, there was I think during Azawi's show, there was a girl that was ushered. Glow, I think Joy Gold.
Joy Good.
Yes, Joy Good. Yes. What's her
opening?
Yes. What's her situation?
So before we announce an artist, or before we launch them out, there's a development phase. So we can identify the talent if we're happy with the talent, but then there's a journey between the point where we say, oh, this is the talent, to when we say, Uganda, this is the talent.
Yeah.
A lot of things can happen in between there. So you find that in a given time we have a number of artists in development. Like for instance, some artists spend a short time in development, some artists spend longer in development, and not that they are less talented, but maybe because in terms of positioning and what we want to hear, you know, we are not happy with what we're putting out. By the time we put out an artist, we are happy with what we've done with them. So usually we don't speak about artists that we haven't launched. But there's quite a number in development. Like for instance, Elijah spent a full year in development. From the time we signed Elijah to the time you heard Elijah's first song from Swangz, it was a full year. So yeah, Joy is one of those artists that are in development, but announcements will be made.
All right.
Yeah. Which gets me to the next question. When it comes to pecking order in terms of celebrating a Swangz Avenue artist, concert-wise, there's a way you beat our understanding when we step into that spectrum. At the moment where people think, okay, now is the time, you guys don't even talk about it. And then next year, now is the time, you guys don't even smell it. Now, and then from absolutely nowhere, you drop a date. And the reason I'm saying this is because why so many people have been having the conversation of Swangz Avenue has favorites, Swangz Avenue has a pecking order, Swangz Avenue has this. I'm going to put this on the table. I was with Brian and we were just having this discussion. And Brian himself, Nangambo, Manyinze, Indo Pacific, Nangambo, whatever, Kyazze wakamwa concert mbili. Whatever.
Yeah, Vinka jadi.
Vinka tamwage concert. Whatever. Wini bamuwemo miaka musanvu. Whatever. And I was thinking, man, bagaya will sit together how they are pecking order CG together. And recently, about a week ago, 2 weeks, is it? There's been like a hashtag and pressure building for Vinka. Have you guys been following?
Yeah.
I'm sure your ears are on ground and people are thinking, I think Vinka is overdue.
Yeah.
Muri Kuchi, how do you generate your pecking order to celebrate a Swangz Avenue artist?
So again, I can tell you on the sports team. In the sports team, you have a pecking order. You can't have 2 goalkeepers on the pitch. Now in music, it's not that way. We can have many people as possible. We can have many concerts. However, Mutalaba. So when we say this is what we need for this artist, you just imagine if we are responding to social media to make our decisions. Like people are going to go and make noise on social media and tell us this one, and we react to that. You never do anything, you know. You remember this famous quote about Henry Ford. If Henry Ford had gone to people and asked them, there was no car then. They were using carriages and horses and stuff. If he had gone to them and asked them, what do you want? They would have told him, want a faster horse. They wouldn't have said they want a car because they've never seen it. So we listen to our consumers, we listen to our fans a lot. We pay attention to what they are saying. But also that does not entirely define what it is that we do. Yeah, like I'll give an example. Winnie Nwagi, for instance. Mwabanja Winnie Nwagi.
7 straight years.
Muchivaku.
Yeah.
But when we decided to do it, I don't think anyone has had a bigger crowd at the cricket oval since then.
Nobody.
So, yes, Vinka is hot right now. But we announce when we think we are in a good place. And for us, we don't think, contrary to maybe what everyone else thinks, maybe even some musicians, people think, yeah, you do the show, then yeah, you're certified. As long as you do a show, certified, like Wachimaze Wachikubie. But you're doing shows every day. You're doing where you're doing a show. You're doing shows every day.
You're moving, man.
You're moving.
Not in Canada?
I think how people interpret and understand this is, I'll give you an example. The time I was heavily engaged in that conversation is when Vinka was the front runner for Roast and Rhyme. She was the front runner. She was the lead act. And when she performed and executed properly after Elijah performed with Double Black and all that, and Vinka came in for at least 1 hour straight, then people started the conversation, this girl is ready. This girl is ready.
So I'll tell you.
The execution was next to perfect.
I'll tell you, I don't think there are many artists that can put up a show that good. Like when you watch Vinka, like no one has to tell us that we know. We know this kid is an animal. She's a monster. When she goes on stage, you know, she means business. Like we have no doubt. But maybe the difference between us, never fan, but fan who was opportunities, again to gain that whole. Maybe we have but then for us, and we could be wrong. If it was at Yakatandika, like why are you in a rush?
Yeah.
We don't think she's picked. So everyone else, maybe the fans think, and we could be wrong, but we believe, according to the plan that we've laid out, this was part of the plan. You saw this with Winnie Nwagi, it took a bit of time, but it works in the benefit of the artist if you do things ability. Tetwagala nnyo okola bya moment eyo mbukuba mimi byafunye akayimba kati kali number 1 kati show kayimba kali number 1 kati show. No, can you do that consistently? Because nze ndaba mu obutitiza abayimbi abeeraawo
Lirupaza yalanze show
olina akola akayimba nalanga show. So me, what I pick from that, ndozo otidde tolinayo kala tokiddemu. But I look at Vinka and what she's done, I'm like, yeah, this we can do again. Like if we do the right things, if we focus and stay on strategy and stay on plan, you know, yeah, Vinka tebamutu saba.
She'll still be
Kumusayininga. Timwagala na mwagala nnyo mwamuvuma na nnyo buli wamu.
Yeah.
You can imagine if we had listened at that point when everyone was abusing her and we pulled her and said, mtumujeo bamuvumye nnyo. So if we didn't listen to you then, now you want us to listen and say, can I show?
But here's the thing. You've definitely been doing things at your own pace. Some things that people may not entirely understand. When you guys talk about an all-star album, what do you mean? Because the people are just trying to understand what exactly Swangz Avenue is preparing. I mean, you guys go all the way to Zanzibar, which looked like you guys were just having a good time. Yeah. But then you're saying you're working. I'd say who is doing what. And explain to us where this whole album thing is going and what exactly it's about.
So, a lot of people were asking us in the past, can you guys do another Mr. DJ song? Like, no, we can't. That was a vibe. So there's no challenge in doing another Mr. DJ. Can you do that again even? Because there are things you cannot do.
Repeat, yeah.
But we've never... This is the most number of artists we've had at the record label at any one given time. But they've never worked on a body of work together. So you find that Vinka has a song with Winnie, but you've seen the fans on the groups. Like, oh, this is my favorite. Oh, this is my favorite. They love all the artists. So, like, why don't we do an album where all the artists are? So you'll find that some songs we have 3 artists, some songs there are 5, some songs there are 2. Yeah, but we felt a body of work by all our artists should be something nice for the fans to consume. Yeah, so when we went to Zanzibar, yeah, we looked like we were having a blast. We did. But it was also very hectic. Like, there are things that people did not see. Like, for instance, we had a program, you know, everyone wakes up before 7, everyone at the beach by 7 for workout. You work out, have breakfast at 8, 8:30, go to class. So we go through legal things, we go through the music industry, the things that people take for granted. People have to make noise about copyright even when they don't understand
Split
it.
sheeting.
So we try every time we get an opportunity to bring our artists up to date on those conversations. You know, so you don't go on TV and embarrass yourself saying things you don't understand. So we spent quite a lot of time on that. Then we would go to studios. We got to start recording at about maybe midday. Then we have lunch in the studios. Then we do some night sessions as well. So we did that the first 2-3 days, and we were burnt out. Like, it was hectic. Like, everyone was tired. You could see it. And these guys, I give them credit. They would be there still, but you would see they are tired. They are getting, you know, but they would be at the beach by 7. So at some point, me and them said, you know what, I think we need to kill it there for everyone just to recalibrate. Even the content team was tired. Like, you could see. So it was actually a lot of work. You know, the writers, the producers, but it was also fun because we got a very good location. You know, of course, you have a beach. We set up 2 studios. There was a nightclub, so we were able to go. We set up a nightclub there as well. You're able to go and listen to some of the stuff you've done in the night. There was a live set, live band. We didn't use it, but we thought at some point we'd use it. So it was actually heavy work to do the album, and we didn't finish it. Of course, we didn't expect to go to the camp and finish it.
Yeah.
But we expected it would put us on track to finish it in time for October, because we give ourselves.
Can expect the whole album.
You can always panel beat. At least you got the structure started.
The album, yeah, we've given ourselves a very crazy target. To finish an album in the period we've given ourselves, if you've worked on an album before, you know it's insane. Because you need almost a month plus or 2 to even just mix the album.
And then there's that period
How many
of
songs are going to be on
distribution.
it, though?
I can't answer that now, but what I can tell you, it will be, the entire album experience is going to be between 40 minutes and an hour. So when you decide, I'm going to listen to the album now, just know it will be between 40 minutes and an hour. So those could be 15 tracks, they could be 10, you know, depending on the length, yeah.
Julius, away from the All-Star album, there are individual projects that are supposed to, again, be running. For instance, I know for a fact Elijah Chitaka also is meant to release a body of work this very year. Are we still on the same timeline, or is it now, let's shelve what you're doing as an individual and we focus on the All-Star album?
So the All-Star album is not going to slow down any artist programs. Like we said at the start of the year, we have a plan that this artist is doing this, is doing that. So all their other projects are moving.
Right.
But even the All-Star album is theirs. Like when you get into like split sheets, you'll find that if it's a song of Elijah and Winnie Nwaji, still
The collective project is also on track.
it's also on track.
That's what it's trying to say.
It's amazing what Swangz Avenue is doing. Dagi would ask, Linda would ask, why can't we not have as many Swangz Avenues? What's the process like to have a very
Uganda.
proper record label in Uganda? We've seen some come up and they go down, but you've stayed true to
Or
your
even
roots.
the artists
Yes.
that just cannot.
And then there are issues with
Work
record
right.
deals and all these things. But what Ugandans want is, can we have as more
The structure,
professionalized?
era Swangz Avenue bannange Swangz Avenue simanyi kyetugenda gikolera, because I think Oba mwina kuba global simanyi because
tulabe bana kuganti mugati
oh no mugati torogera
wait hold up my producer is here Marco my producer is if only he could come on set for a minute abayimbi abakusaba interview noba wa interview noba ga mumpereze ekifaananyi mbakolere artwork yakusabye interview ku Lwakuna interview netuuka ku Monday ng'ekifaananyi tekiraba kuyita mu WhatsApp naye nga ali online omulaba n'akoze ekifaananyi ku Monday ku ssaawa 10 nga show ya ssaawa 11 n'atuuka ssaawa 12 n'eddakiika 4 and I'm thinking chichi what
professionalism
what's happening?
I think it's the development you were talking about, artist development.
So it's not even just the artist. It's the entire
ecosystem.
Entire ecosystem, the entire chain. And that's why we do a lot of training now. Like we're about to announce a course for artist managers. Like we are not even playing in the industry to say, oh, we want to compete and be the number one and, you know, and all that. Yeah, it's a nice place to be, but if you're competing with yourself, then it's not even fun. So, but we are thinking, are we able to, can we be able to give...
Maven, a run for their money.
No. Can we get more of us?
Okay.
And this, we are not just even saying for TV. Like we are open to even support other labels on things that they would struggle with. Distribution, for instance.
Yes.
Pitching for playlisting, because we have a distribution arm, Kerere, that does our global distribution. So, and we've opened that up for other labels. There are musicians that have approached personally that, can we do this for you? We don't want to sign you, but you have something going. How can we help you? and
Handling and managing bookings.
Unfortunately, and I'll shock you, the artists, like I've heard this from many artists, they'll go like, oh, Julius, I'm like, yeah, do you want to work with stupid people? Yeah, like Mugezi.
I know which artist you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about.
No, not one. Like, we hear this a lot. Like, Swangz approaches an artist because we've seen an opportunity for them and for ourselves. Like, there's an opportunity here. Can we work together on this thing? It will blow up. We know the buttons to press and all that. Then they will refuse. Then they come back like a year, 2 years after, when the opportunity is gone and they are stuck in their career. They're like, what were you saying that time? I'm like, come on, that thing has gone. You know? And that happens all the time. But if everyone else in the industry allows to collaborate and partner, and we'll do so much.
Absolutely. Structure. Yeah. I'll give you an example. Structure. I was with Azawi at a wedding. I was sitting next to Azawi, and somebody said, I love your music so much. I have a function, so I want you to come and play for me. How much? Because I can pay a deposit right now. And Azawi told the person boldly, I am not allowed to touch money. Wait for my manager, she's coming, you will discuss that. The girl completely said, Daggy, I am not allowed to touch. There's a department for that.
For everything, yeah.
And then the Mugole happened to be Pages, the lead singer of Abeka. That was his wedding. Now, Pages came to Jailer and they said, Banangi, Monomimbi Monangi. No, I imbira mu abantu bange kantu kamu. Jailer first thought through for about 15 dead minutes. She was thinking, but anyway, I'll handle it. I'll explain. And Jailer told Azawi, when you're on the microphone, make it clear that you're not performing for any fee. And Azawi actually said it on the mic. He said, this is my friend, fellow artist. This is wedding, special day. I want to make it clear I'm not performing for any fee. So choose your favorite. Nengamba kati basajja bange abalala bembeera nabo n'omugamba nti sente booking yakugamba sokolete zolina wa.
But you see what that does, eh? Because if she had not done that, then gwali mu audience aze kumbaga azawe nakola kamoga nono yatubye.
Yeah.
Lwaki akoza akayimba kamu. So it's just being transparent.
Yes.
That, by the way, guys, know what to expect. Because omuyimbi lwogenda maaso gaba fan. Bote bamanya nkolaganayo ne promoter. Like they don't know. Oba promoter yakubiddeyo, oba yakusasudde, That's why you see almost all our artists actually, when they go on stage, you won't hear a drummer but hey, chance that it stage. No. Because once they're on stage, that business is not even with the promoter. It's the artist and the fans. Yeah. So the promoter, whoever has organized, you better finish your business with the artist before they go on stage. Because when they are there, they're going to give 150%.
Yeah.
And you could have had issues. People always say, oh, Winnie Nwaji oba yazeletu rubbish, but no one is ever going to fault Winnie Nwaji for putting up a bad show. Like once she's on that stage, it's Vinka. Once she's on Azawi, they will give you 100%. Yeah, so it's about transparency.
Fantastic.
Julius, 2024 is here. We're in the middle of it. Swangz, obviously, we know what you're cooking. But then again, for somebody who's watching, what is the future like for Swangz Avenue?
The future of Swangz is something that super scares me, but super excites me as well. We're cooking quite a lot, and we'll announce as it comes. But like Al Benon made noise in that song. Was the whistle song? Yeah. What did he say? Said, we're just getting started. Yeah, something like that. So we tell ourselves that all the time, that guys, don't get caught up celebrating things. Like we have a tendency. Yeah, it's good, we did it, yeah, but now we move on. Like we move.
On to the next one.
Yeah, because you can't over-congratulate yourself. So we hear all the noises, oh, Swangz Marcos Blunju, and we love that. We love to hear it. But we are more worried about what next. What next? You know, what do we do tomorrow? What do we do next year? What do we do in 5 years? Where is the business headed? You know, where is the industry headed? And now our focus is continental. So you hear more things coming up outside even this market. So that excites us because it's challenging, it's expensive, it takes time. We are going to play with the big boys. We're already in those spaces. You know, we don't know how we'll do there, but it's exciting. You know, for Ugandan business to try and go and flex with these people. In Tanzania, for instance, we've entered the market where we're going to flex with Wasafi. You know, they are big dogs in their market. They're the Swangz in that market. And we are the little boys. We are the challenger label there. When you go to Ghana, Lynx, they're the big boys. Yeah. But we're entering as, you know, the little boys. So it's not the same way. You know, it's different in Uganda if you're behaving like, yeah. Everyone has accepted you relatively. People appreciate your artist. So the way you play there might be different when you're the one playing catch-up in another market.
Absolutely.
So that is two things. It's exciting, but it's also scary.
Absolutely.
But we're excited to go on that journey.
Fantastic. Kakati omuyimbi ali ali mukulaba yakulidde oyogera ndi the next one I'm signing. Nakyo mugenda kiranga.
I don't know the next one. Usually there's people and there's not even a standard process. Like people keep asking us, so what's the procedure? When you look at all our artists, how we've discovered all of them is different for each one of them.
That's true.
Yeah. So if you are there and you think you have the talent and all that, first stop this habit of, I have my songs in a book. You can as well keep your book. Because no one is going to invest in an artist who's not even willing to do the bare minimum. So like, I have a full book of songs. Yeah, this is not high school anymore, where we send love letters, you know, as songs. This is the real business now. If you want to be serious, you better prove to record labels that you're actually serious. Get some traction. That we used to do. You get an artist who's never sang, a parent comes, this is my kid, you know, I think they are talented. We used to do that. Yeah. But now, what excuse do you have for you not to have music out with social media? For you not to have content out? So if an artist comes to me and says, I'm only lacking a manager, so I'm like, okay, what have you done so far? No, I'm just waiting for a manager. That one, don't waste it.
Julius, before we say bye-bye, this Friday, Irene Namubiru, Timeless Experience. Let the people know what's up.
Timeless Experience. One, this happened to us when we did Juliana last year, the other year. People showed up at the gate, and it was painful to turn them away. So my request, or my humble request to people that love Irene Namubiru, buy your tickets like today. Because these guys in the office are even debating today, like, I think we're sending out tomorrow. Namubiru fan, pick up your ticket. There are no early birds anymore. I think those ones sold out. Pick up your ticket. A table is only a seat on a table. You can buy a seat on a table for 400,000, or you can buy a VIP ticket just to sit in the stands at 200K. The show starts at 8, and if you've been at Swangz shows, we keep time. If we say 8, we 8. So Irene will perform, of course. She has a long set. She has a very, very long set. She's going to perform all our songs. Yeah, but also we have some surprises in there.
All right.
Yeah, like for instance, if you're an Elijah fan, you're an Azawi fan, more likely that Swangz will spice it up for you.
Yeah.
All righty, man. Julius, we want to say thank you for making all the time to speak to us.
Thank you for having me. For the first time, by the way.
For the very first time. We want to say thank you so much. A lot of insight has been shared, and we want to say we wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you.
Keep
thank
winning
you, guys.
And keep counting your blessings.
Let's go together.
Yeah,
and let the people know Doug is to Amua bread. They keep thinking Doug is under the bed.
Okay. Bread. Doug is to Amua bread to Amua bakery.